Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Plastic Crack Podcast, Season 7, Episode 3. We're minus a Steve tonight, but we've gained a Ken. So make of that what you will.
Thanks, mine.
I was looking at Dom. It was Dom who was something like that. How's everyone doing anyway? You guys all right?
Yeah.
How
good,
is everyone?
Good. Yeah, good.
Awesome. Well, there's no topic for tonight. We're just gonna paint and chat and chill out and catch up. But if you guys do have any questions as we sort of go through the stream, then feel free to pop them in the chat, and we can always have a go at answering them. We used to do that, didn't we? I mean, most of the time it kind of just turned into went off on some massive tangent, but that's this all over. Of course, a big thank you to everybody who is watching on the replay. You can find all of the links to our channels down below and the Facebook group and all of that. I'm
not really what we had in mind, Daniel, but
it's a good question.
I mean,
good question.
How big? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Of course, remember we are sponsored by the guys over at Boards and Swords, and you can chuck in the good old PCP5 code, like I did this week, to then get 5% off your order on the already discounted prizes that are there. And for all of the people who were saying, "Oh, I cracked before Steve," I bloody didn't. Because he ordered that rule book straight after the stream last week, and it arrived by 10 a.m. the following morning. I'm surprised they didn't send it in by a drone. And then he's told me that because he wants to finish the army that he'd started, he was basically searching on eBay for all the old models before he buys any of the new models. So he absolutely, I cracked and bought that. So I've got that to stick together at some point, so that would be
I think it was one of the finest examples of this stream, just completely folding in on itself and everybody doing exactly what was said they were going to do. We always do, which is buying into something, a new project.
I know 3 people have bought it other than me and Steve. So it worked, but I tell you, it's been quite cool actually. I was chatting to a few people and about some of the the way the game works now, and it looks really fun. So I'm really looking forward to sticking that together. Plus, also, as I've already got loads of these models, it's just a nice little sort of addition. But let's see who has joined us tonight. Binder is here. He wasn't sure if there's a stream tonight, so he thought he'd turn up early at 12 minutes past 6. And he's painting some Blood Bowl zombies. Excellent. I was playing Blood Bowl on Friday. Red Steph from a wet and windy Cornwall. Excellent. Well, it's not excellent, but Cornwall's excellent. And who else have we got? Bitsy, Andrew King, how are you doing? Lionheart's here. He's working on some foot sergeants for the Barons War. I'm working on some spearmen for the Barons War. We have Grant, I'm painting. Richard Hawes, Trey Janik, how are you doing? He's working on Danish foot. Excellent. Tom McMullen, hello from a snowy Arkansas, USA, getting to tune in live for the first time in a while, finishing up Saxons for a game of pillage. Excellent.
The whole of America's snowy at the moment, pretty much, isn't it? At the moment, flipping unpleasant weather over there. Proper
chilly,
proper bad,
snow. Proper cold. Not just here where it's sort of it's threatening to snow tomorrow out here. So the gritters are already out just in case. Yeah. Rob, Granaprigo, Nick Dawson, how you doing from the dark Bury St Edmund? Yeah, it is. Mark Riding, Alid, how you doing? Campbell Johnny, Nick Games, Paul's Paint Shed. He's working on more Great Northern War Swedes. Carl Burks, Steve Harbour, how you doing? The real Steve. So we got Asti. We have Asti.
Yeah, we got as token Steve. That's good.
We got Steve. There we go. Will Stonehouse, he's painting up Knights of Barons. A lot of Barons War going on tonight. Martin Hoey, Mark Bro, he's building up Drop Zone. Flesh Clouds is here. Mobile and Hostile, Lynn Harvard, Carazette, Frank's Miniatures, Double Dip, David,
Every
David,
time.
David, the plebiscite. I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? Matt Wright, you're right, dude. Big Small World, Ewok Kebab, Carsten Lambert, David View, he's going to do that thing. Daniel is here. Showcase and Spruce, Lazy Pirate Painting. And yeah, he's just done that thing. And, I didn't say hello to you. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to all get some hobbying done. And then just chat rubbish for the next 2 hours. I mean, and that's what we do pretty much every week.
Pretty much the same thing every week.
It's
really.
essentially just what we normally do. But how have you two been? How's everything going? Have you been up to much hobby wise?
Personally, no, I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I have not. But I've it's been a good fun week actually. No, I went to Barcelona this week, so I didn't do anything.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Don't even start.
Well, only for a couple of days, but what? Suddenly you get there and you realise. I mean, it wasn't exactly roasting hot there, but it was just warmer than here, and it was so nice. There was sun, mate. There was absolute
sun. I don't believe you. I don't.
There was.
Yeah,
I sat outside on a balcony, drinking some rather nice Rioja, and it was warm.
Some what?
Lovely.
Rioja.
Oh, okay.
It was beautiful. But gaming wise has been pretty quiet as a result of that. So strap yourself in, I'll show you what I've been painting. It's going to take a while. That's it. That's all I've done. 3 bombards. They are bombards. They're 10mm, fit in with the Wargames Atlantic ones. They are irregular miniatures, I think, if I remember rightly. And I just thought I'd get a few extra figures to mix in with the with all those thousands of Wargames Atlantic 100 Years War figures. And, and I think these fit in quite well, actually, scale-wise. I've got a whole load of Pendragon and a whole load of irregulars to put in, and that's basically all I had time to paint this week. So
I heartbeat.
You've got a lot, because that's all I've done.
That'll up in a second. I've done some stuff. Ken, what have you done much painting? I know you've had other things on.
No, I wouldn't say I've done a mass amount of painting. I've just been concentrating on finishing bits off. So like at the moment, I had these orcs painted for a while, and I'm just literally basing them. I'm nearly finished these, so that's pretty much what I've been doing, is just finishing stuff off and putting it in the cupboard behind, but nothing new at the moment for me. But I am getting to play some board games tomorrow, which will be quite cool. I'm looking forward to.
Any in particular?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing the new Lord of the Rings. Oh God, what is it called? This thing I got for Christmas.
The Pandemic one.
No, this one. That one.
Oh, okay.
It's like a story sort of thing for the Fellowship. So I'm going to play that. That would be pretty cool.
Cool.
And then trying to get. I've managed to actually rekindle. So like some of my mates that were into the hobby, then weren't into the hobby for like 10, 15 years. He messaged me out of the blue and said, "Oh, I started painting again." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds good, because that means you can, use local and stuff, like just down the road." So I was like, "Oh, cool. I might be able to get some painting or hobby stuff done." So I was like, "Oh, wicked."
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anything in particular, like GW stuff, or?
He started with he's obviously Games Workshop, but nothing silly. But he's interested in pretty much anything. He'll play anything, historicals as well, and he wants to try out these rules that I'm doing at the minute. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds cool." So it's
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So look forward to that.
Anybody else think, when you started to say about he's just started painting, that you would already try to get him to commission something for you?
Don't. I've still got those commissions on the go, actually. I checked in with him the other day, and just got the Prussians left to do now, and then that's every single one done, every single army box done.
Nice.
Yeah, Yeah.
Ready for eBay. Perfect.
Ready for eBay.
What about you, Martin? What you been up to, mate?
Done a fair bit. Hang on a second. Sorry, just close that. So last week I was working on the stream. I was working on some cavalry for the Great Northern War for my Russians, and I finished those off. I finished them actually over the weekend, but I only got around to basing them earlier today at lunchtime. I've just finished a squadron
Nice.
of Russian cavalry, which are all cool. These are all the Battle Cat ones. Yeah, they do the job. They're the same as sort of like the same make as the other ones I've got. So yeah, so they were fun to work on. Something a bit of a little bit different. So yeah, so I enjoyed those. So that's because I'm obviously if I was using these for black powder, that'd just be a small unit, but I'll be using them for the Beneath the Lily banners, and that's a squadron. But you can have sort of like ranks is probably the wrong word, but like multiple squadrons can act together, so I can put another 6 behind them, and you just get wave after wave after wave of horse, which is quite cool. So yeah, I've been working on those. So those are the only things I actually finished, but I only need probably one more unit of cavalry, and I've got a pretty sizable force for probably what I'll need. But I had some dragoons turn up from Ebor, which I've just been sorting out. So I've got those to add to the force. They're very nice miniatures. I'm really looking forward to painting those. And then I'm working on more Baron's War bits and bobs as well. And then obviously you guys saw this, but I went and bought that bloody War Machine starter to go good. Well, you see, the thing is, I used to play a lot, and I had 2 other armies. And then when my friend left the area, he just gave me like loads of his stuff, and it was all this army, Kador. And so I've got absolutely loads of it already. So
you still got them, yeah? Oh, right.
Yeah. I still got them all the different warjacks and all that stuff. So I just thought, I'll just use those. I'll just use those and buy a new little. So this is like the starter, one of the plastics, so I'll add these into it. Use these as the sort of command, if you like, and then just bulk everything else out with what he's got, with what he gave me. I haven't actually gone and got it out of the shed yet, but I know there's like a big archive box, like full of it. So because he was an archaeologist as well, so we have a lot. So he stole like an archaeological archive box. God knows what happened to whatever was in it, and he commandeered that for his model. So yeah, he's chucked that my way. But yeah, it was really it was cool. So I've been working on that, just doing a few things in the background, video wise. Some of Ebor are. I don't know. I don't think these ones are. Some of them are. I know that. I don't know if all of them. Have to show. They're very quick. They're very nice sculpts. Very clean. So I'm looking forward to that. It's quite easy. So I kind of agree. These are a lot easier than painting Napoleonics. It's just less cross belts. It's essentially all the fun of the Napoleonic, but just without the cross belts. Because you say like, the frilly. There's not that many frilly bits. Maybe that's just because I've got the Russians and they couldn't afford that much lace. I don't know. But that's all right. So no, I just sort of working off and on other things. And then I did try to chuck a picture up, but it didn't like it. So I played Robin at Blood Bowl on Friday and lost 2-0. But because we were both playing undead teams, so I was playing the Tomb Kings and he was playing the I believe his team. Well, okay, hang on. We don't. I'll have to do it later. Actually, I've got a photo of his team. But basically, we're both undead teams. There was like very little. It was very, how should we say, movement restricted and nothing particularly flashy going on because there were just zombies walking around, like slowly walking around the field, and bits dropping off of people as we tried to do cool things. So I need to get. I've got the Norse team to put together at some point, but that was fun. I enjoyed Blood Bowl. So it was nice to
Yeah, you're
play.
getting right into that, aren't you? Again, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, I just really enjoy it. It's just a really nice, easy, casual game to play. And you don't have to get a whole board, you know, make up a whole wargaming table. You just get the board out, and you know, it's just fun. It's just a good laugh. So, and to be fair, the models are really nice as well. And there's also so much third party stuff for it that you know you can pretty much do, you know, get whatever you like. So no, it's good fun. So no, I need to psych myself up to stick the Norse team together. But like all GW kits, it's in about 5,000 pieces. So I've got to well, and then I've also got a I've got a Yeti to go on my team, which
well, obviously
got one of them because, you know, why not? Although you got to roll to see if it actually wants to do anything, or if it just like attacks your own team. So you got to go. But you're like
with your team, mate.
Yeah, you're like this though, because they the Norse have got a beer pig, and the beer pig, so it's a little boar with a little keg on its back, just hangs around behind them, and it can get them to stand up quicker. Yeah, so it gets a little pick me up rule. So yeah,
I like that. Sounds cool.
It's cool. Absolutely, they are. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just mindless fun. Yeah, absolutely. You know, what I love doing is just like, you know, pushing, because you can push people into the crowd. And that's what the zombies were doing to me. They were like curtailing me, like pushing me into the crowd. And when you push someone into the crowd, you don't bother rolling to see if you get through it. You just roll straight away for an injury, see what injury they've sustained. Yeah. Which is quite funny when it's the undead, because we both had regeneration. So our people were getting knocked out. He was rolling and regenerating his people, while I was rolling and absolutely not regenerating mine. So yeah, but it's always fun when you have that scrum and then like someone breaks out. You're like, I'm not going to catch them. And then the final bit of the game came down to he was going for a touchdown, and I had the big lumbering mummy. And in Blood Bowl, I'm sure Ken knows this, but I don't know if you know, Dom. Basically, you have a movement of say 5, so you can go 5 squares. Yeah, you can go for it.
You go for it.
Yeah, which means you get an extra square of movement, right? So you roll a dice, and if you roll a 1, your person trips over basically and ends your turn. Also ends your entire turn when you do this.
Right.
So I went for it for the first one, made it. And then I just needed to get the next one. And it wasn't even so I could like blitz him or anything. It was just so I could mark him, and he'd have to dodge away from me to get the touchdown. Of course, I rolled the dice and rolled a 1, and the mummy fell flat on its face, broke his armor, and died. So the mummy just went smack, just got taken off as a casualty. I think we still had like 2 turns left, but it was that was the point where it's like, yeah, good game. That's it.
Good game.
That's it.
Job done.
Yeah, James loves Blood Bowl, but there's no random rocks on the field of play for tactical rocks. I think that's a shame.
It's like the one place it would actually make sense as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well,
I don't know about that. I like the idea of it. Okay, while people are coming up with ideas, what sort of games do people play in the crowd, in the audience who for those sort of bit of fun, light-hearted, quick and easy games like a Blood Bowl? What sort of things do people play? Because you always need something like that, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, not
just
too involved.
Yeah. So, you know, an easygoing game. Minimal effort game.
I can see Congo becoming that with my group, because just it's relatively easy to play, very easy to set up. So
proper on that at the minute. You've done Congo.
Yeah, well, I've only had a couple of games, Ken, but I really enjoyed it. It was just great fun for exactly that reason, because it was. I think once we know the rules properly,
it's good.
Be all right.
Was, or at least consistently wrong. Let's put it that way. Then I think you know, it's something you can just pick up and go for it really easily.
Yeah,
cool. It doesn't need much space, doesn't need many figures, and it's fast play and a bit of a laugh. So, a bit like Dead Man's Hand, same really, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Don't need that many figures. It's pretty quick to play.
Dead easy to set up. Dead easy. I mean, we all like our big games, but it's always just nice to, you know, crack something up. It's easy and just have someone over, have a beer, have a cup of coffee or whatever, some snacks. and just play. I mean, I absolutely am plotting to get my Avengers, so I do want to stick these Norse together. I've got a couple of things I've got to get done for the channel, some things that have been sent, and I'm sitting there going, but I don't really. I want to stick my Norse together now. I don't want to do. I want to do these things that I've been sent, and they're really nice. But I want to do I want to stick together these bloody Norse to play Blood Bowl, which isn't going to be on the channel. Which isn't, I might show the models off on here or in an update, but there's not going to be no battle reports. I just want to get my own back. I think we're going to. I think the plan is we're going to do a little. I think we're a little league. So I think myself, Robin, Miller, and Matt might be doing a little league between us, just a simple one, because you can get, it's actually loads of apps that will like run it for you and stuff.
Right.
So, and we'll just do like, everyone play twice. I know everyone chuck in 20 quid at the start or something. Winner can get the money, but they have to spend it on something Blood Bowl related. Something
obviously.
Like that. Yeah, maybe the runner up gets their money back or something. I don't know.
Could you turn it into some sort of drinking game? How about that?
probably, but it'd be easier to. I mean, to be fair, we've managed to pass the ball twice, which for an undead team is pretty good. Because normally you just want to give it to like the big guy and just like leave it with him and let him to walk up the field. This one for a change, we actually did manage to throw the ball a couple of times. It was actually quite novel. I didn't catch it. I tried really hard. I broke through quite early to try and get a touchdown. And I think I pushed my luck a little bit too far by even attempting to throw the ball. And then it just went over. So, but no, it was very, very good. But no, everything's here. Let's have a quick look at what people do. Yeah, there's a lot of people say Dead Man's Hand. Yeah, Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's Hand. What's Dead Blood Cricket? What's Blood Cricket?
I have no idea. I'm fascinated. I think it's been made up. But I like the idea of it on the whole.
It should make that Blood Cricket.
Should make Blood Cricket.
Blood
what was
cricket.
Of the oh god, as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there was a game of cricket there where robots fought and they were hitting a grenade with the bat. That could be a bit like Blood Cricket.
There's bolt action in it.
Bolt action.
Don't get grenades in bolt action.
No, you don't. No, you don't, do you? That's your bugbear, isn't it?
It is my bugbear.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's why you like Operation Squad so much, isn't it?
That's why I love Operation Squad. Do I?
Yeah.
Where the hell?
Oh, I did also play. I forgot. Sorry, against my mate Kev, we played another game in 0200 hours, but we're playing through the Great Escape set, and it was so we played for 2 hours. Not a single shot was fired. No death, because what they've got to do in it, it's actually set in the camp, and they've got to go and get the contraband without being noticed. So they amend the rules slightly. So you set up the sheds and everything. And they've got to get out of the shed, go to different parts of the camp, and get the contraband and get them back to certain sheds. And where you would normally get spotted, and you could start shooting at them, it just meant they were spotted and the guards were suspicious. So if you went over to them and they had contraband, you take them off to the cooler. But if not, it would, potentially, they're just like, no, I'm just having a smoke. And it was brilliant. It was so much fun because I was setting up the patrol route. The Germans were going around, trying to, get them. And he's actually sneaking and trying to sneak around. And they added a special action for that, just for that scenario called Distract the Guards. So, because remember in that game, facing really matters which way a guard is looking. So they could distract them by making a noise or starting a fight or saying something to offend them. And then the guards will turn and look away. So then you can have someone sneaking behind, like going past them. Oh, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. It is such a good set. We've played, there's 5 scenarios in it. And this was the second one. So we're going to play through. It was really, really good fun. I actually would say probably the most fun I've had playing 0200, the Great Escape games. Yeah, and I like that game. So it was just very thematic, just very, very fun. Because when you're looking at it on paper, you're a bit like, how is this going to work? Like can't shoot them. Like this is going to be boring. And then you sit there and like my German guard was like walking past, and because the guard when he moves, will then look in the direction of the chevron that you've rolled.
Right.
And of course, he looked the wrong bloody way. And I'm like, no, stop, turn around. And I can see my Kev had this big old grin on his face. So then he got Steve McQueen to, like sneak behind him. And yeah, it was really, really fun. I think, again, that would be a good one to just, break out and have a game.
Yeah.
I think that scenario would also be like a really good thing at like, not necessarily just CrackCon, but like if you were playing down the pub, is that each one of you takes control of one of the escapees.
Yeah.
In the next scenario, they've escaped and they're you get to a little village and the Germans have set up a checkpoint. And what the escapees have got to do is find some supplies. So they've got to find 8 points worth of supplies. You put down the objective tokens. They've got different numbers on them. So when they've turned over enough, they've got to then get off. But supply number 4 is the bike. So you can have one of them cycling off.
Oh, fantastic.
It's brilliant. And the box set comes with the motorcycle, but with a German on it. And it's so cool. He just thinks it has to. He just comes motoring down the road. It's always got it's got the headlight on it, so they've got rules for that. Obviously, it's always counts as being alert because everyone knows where it is. So I am hoping that in a couple of missions time, there's going to be a way for obviously to nick the motorbike. Because it's really good. So yeah, it's awesome fun. But all right, let's see what people have.
Monday Night Plastic Crack, and we're 25 minutes in. We talked about American football game and a pacifist war game. There you go. That's what you come to.
That's what it means. Steve says he plays Zombicide or Hero Quest. Yeah, that's good. I still never won a game of Zombicide ever. Flesh Clouds, 1-page rules, 10 minutes in the army builder, and you can basically use anything. Thank you for filling in, James. Space Weirdos. Seriously, Wargaming says, "What a cowboy!" Great and easy fun. I've only ever played one game of that, and I did enjoy it.
Windor actually do anything in that. That was unlike Dead Man's Hand, where lots of shit happens. In What a Cowboy, when we played it, just nothing seemed to happen for ages.
It's because it's on that What a Tanker system, though, isn't it? Where you're rolling the dice.
You roll the wrong dice, and nothing happens. Yeah.
It's just making the best of what you got, Tom. Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Yep, I've played that. That was a good laugh. But again,
I love the TV program. I love the computer game. I'd love to have a go at that.
I've never played the game. I've never played it, and
You've never played the game? Holy shit!
No, I know it's original, and I know I would like it, but
you'd love it.
I kind of just got to the point now where I can't be bothered to play it because also I'm enjoying the series. I've got people at work who are moaning about the series, but I don't have that problem because it's quite nice not knowing any of the source material.
Oh, okay,
I actually, I'm enjoying that. Another one for Dead Man's Hand.
Yeah.
What is Death Ship 1? Are you guys making these up, or is this really
making stuff up? I think they're making stuff up.
Death Ship 1. That sounds like a film that me and Steve would watch.
It sounds like a band or a drink you two would like, to be honest.
Blood Red Skies or Wings of War. That's another fun.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Set up. So we've got Double Dip. Blood Bowl is the game that brought him back into the hobby.
There you go. Nice.
Excellent stuff. Bolt Action. We used Bolt Action to play the Zulu Wars.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That's intriguing.
So you were just drawing activations out of the bag. That's interesting.
Tell us more. Well, how does that work?
Because they're allegedly the black powder supplement for the Boer War.
Yeah,
uses a system from Bolt Action. Obviously, the Boer War and Zulu War aren't.
I read a bit more on that one, and apparently that's going to be what they're thinking of is 2 versions of it. So there'll be a sort of massed battle system. Ish, sort of bit like traditional black powder, and then there'll also be an element of more skirmish game, which would be more like Bolt Action.
What, in one book?
Which is intriguing. Now that may be completely wrong, but I quite like the idea of having 2 mechanics in a.
See, I was thinking that's another prime. I will talk about it later because obviously I know that there's been a little preview popped up today. Because I can see you've clipped it as I. But wasn't the because the Zulu War and the Boer War, the colonial stuff, muskets and tomahawks were going to cover that as well, weren't they?
They were.
And again, the Boer War, it makes sense. Like, you know, that system makes sense in my head.
I think it would work really well because all the different types of activations would be perfect.
Yeah.
And you could hamstring the British in certain scenarios and be less active, but maybe have more. I don't know. I think you could have a right good time on that, but it's taken them so long to do the ACW.
Well, they
got
distracted by not V for victory or 5 for victory or whatever it's called that upset everybody. Okay, what else have we got here? Harefoot jousting. I have seen Harefoot jousting. I've not played it, but yeah, it's fun. What have we got in here?
We're not mentioning the classic, you know. No one's mentioned it yet. Barrows and Badgers.
Somewhere has actually. Yeah.
No. Okay, I just missed it. Nick has said he plays his homemade rules on the old board Buccaneer using Viking longships.
Oh,
excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Pole Pally. When I played that game of Pole Pally with no, you're not Steve, you're Paul. Apologies. That was phenomenal. Pole Pally was great. He very kindly gave me some quick start rules. I played that actually with my RPG mates last year. I absolutely loved it. That's very cool.
There you go. I wasn't wrong. See, Hobby Brush says that he heard the same thing. Rules for using both black powder and bolt action to fight different scales of the conflict with one set of background history and artwork. Yeah, that's what I heard. So it could be interesting. I don't know how it works, but
it's gonna be another one of these like ones where they have like one book that's like absolutely massive with loads of stuff in it, and then they'll release like, you know, the next book and it's got like, you know, barely anything.
Yeah,
you know it.
Yeah, that's inevitable.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Sorry, I was just putting this here. What else? Yeah, he did make up Blood Cricket. He just made it up. Very vicious cricket. Silver Bayonet from Lazy Pirate Painting.
Yeah, good shout. That's a good shout.
What else have we got on here? John says he knows Dom or Dome, as he said on here.
Dome. Well, I am sometimes called Dome.
The Dome isn't a fan. The Dome. I know Dome isn't a fan, but I used to like playing DBA, not competitively, just a few games at club level.
John, just sort your life out, mate. That's all I'm saying.
He's triggered. He's triggered. Some kind of like memories are flooding back. Wargaming History says, 1 page rules pulp games always fun. Up to 10 players with groups of 10 models each.
Nice.
Sounds very cool. Have I played Guards of Traitors Toll yet? I've played some games, some solo stuff, and I'm building up to filming it. I really do need to get on the film battle report, actually. It's just going to be a long and a lot of editing, but it is on the list. So Death Ship 1 is by J.M. McCullough of Frostgrave and Oathmark fame.
Okay.
What are you doing it? What do you do?
I mean, what do you think you do?
I don't have to. You have a cup of tea. It's a competition to make who can make the best cup of tea. Worst Wargaming said the core rules of version 2 bolt action are so good, so I came up with a supplement to play the Zulu Wars. That's what he did.
Fair enough.
Okay.
A lot to be said for that if you know a rule system as well pretty well. Just to do
Joseph says he plays bolt action with Star Wars figures. I've seen that done. Someone played when I had a couple of times. I actually went to the club. No massive changes, just a few tweaks. Zulus and native troops. Brits are Brits. Hello, Brits are Brits. Works well and is brutal.
Fair enough.
There we go. What else have we got in here? So the Hobby Brush says he will forever keep banning I looked this up actually after you talked about it last time, and they do look really cool. Our forever banged for Anaral. World of Twilight. Small games in half an hour, and new players tend to be able to read the rules. Very cool. Pulp Alley, yeah, you gotta love some of that. And Frostgrave as well is good fun. What about Oathmark? Because you two played Oathmark in your failed attempt to start.
Oh, did we? I don't remember. Did we?
How quick was that?
I mean, it's a mass battle system, so it's.
Yeah, it wasn't quick, was it?
It's not quick,
but it wasn't. It was quick for a mass battle system.
Yeah. It's kind of like a quicker version of. Well, it's a bit like, I guess, a Hail Caesar where you know the rules really well.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? When you play Hail Caesar and you know it down pat. I think Oathmark was similar kind of speed to that.
Well, we're going to talk about it later, but the second edition is on the way.
Is it?
I've got it in the news, but yeah.
It's been that long, is it?
It's been that long, yeah.
Bloody well has, yeah. Ken.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that'd be interesting. I think it's an interesting game. I did like that system. I thought it was quite clever. Can't remember much about it now, but a lot of it depending on number of ranks and that sort of thing, from what I remember.
Yeah.
I always have a slight sweet spot for figure removal games. I know that they're not very trendy anymore.
I do it at skirmish level. I think at skirmish level, figure removal makes sense. And even the small battles, it kind of makes sense to me. But when it's like a mass battle, I'm just like, I'll just leave them on, or take off whole bases or battalions when they're done.
Yeah, I get that, but it also I quite like the sort of the real. You know, I know a lot of rules have a system for representing the sort of wear and tear, for want of a better word, on a unit as it sort of loses men, cohesion, what have you. But how better to do that than just remove figures, because then you can see.
I think the game that's probably done it the best for me currently is actually Beneath the Lily Banners, because he makes a really good argument, because he said it stops these firing lines suddenly appearing the way they do it. So because they try to maintain the front, so the unit becomes less effective. So you take off the first base when you sustain 50% casualties.
Yeah,
that's when the first base comes off. So say you've got 18 models in unit. We just said 6 wounds a base. The first base becomes ineffective once it's taken 6 casualties, so you don't count the dice, but it doesn't actually get removed until you've taken 50% of the unit in total, so 9. And to represent the troops actually, fulfilling that footprint, because they're going to come to the front, they're going to try and maintain the frontage on the unit, and it stops those situations whereby you remove a few figures and all of a sudden the cannon can shoot through, a gap, which it doesn't. So I quite like that. Then when you get to 2/3 casualties, the second base comes off, but usually by then the unit's broken anyway.
Right.
So I quite like that. The idea that the unit is becoming less effective.
Yeah.
You do figure removal, but slowly. But to represent them actually, creating a footprint on the ground. I'll tell you something else as well, which we didn't get to represent in our game. If we'd played it for one more turn, definitely would have seen it. But when you're running away in Beneath the Lily Banners, the unit will, I can't remember what the term is, but they will go around. They will fan out. Troops will run around the units. They don't just kind of run through them or die. They'll split and they'll run around them.
Yeah.
So there's only set circumstances where a unit will be destroyed or completely gone. Most of the time, another unit will just let them past as they run off the battlefield. So they'll just filter through, which I quite like. Obviously, I quite like it though when you have to make that decision about whether or not you're going to let especially in like Hail Caesar, where it's like my unit is giving ground. I'm just going to let them die because I don't want I want that fresh unit that's behind them to get him.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess every system has its own little strengths and weaknesses on that kind of thing. But I don't know. I still just have that little bit of a sweet spot for figure removal. But I appreciate the logic of, particularly in a mass battle where you don't remove figures. I can understand the logic of it. I don't mind it. It's fine. But
I think my version comes from playing Warhammer Fantasy, and having to like take off miniatures with like a dustpan and brush, because there's so many have been killed in what, you're just sweeping them off like you're playing goblins or something. It takes longer to deploy the unit in that movement tray than
it does,
than it did to actually take them off. But so I think actually having them on the tabletop after you painted, it's like they're actually hanging around for a bit. But absolutely in skirmishing and
I think you can't really play a skirmish game without removing figures, surely. I mean,
no, I can't think. The only one, well, I quite like. There's a couple of where like 0200, obviously, because it's relevant. It's relevant to the system. You put down a dead figure because they might find them or something like that. Taking your mate's models off the table will always. Oh, that's Robin who's gonna always let the Velitates die against the shields of the Principe. Absolutely, that's his. Well, actually, no, that was my tactic in the last game. They will just die. The Romans. Yes, no, I'm looking.
Yeah, and I get it. Daniel said the same thing as you did, and I think I understand the logic. You spent all this time creating your forces. You don't want them taken off the table, and I guess as you say, you're probably scarred by the sort of game systems like that, where it was all sort of as you say, a sort of dustpan and brush, wiping everything off the table. And I kind of the systems I got used to and grew up playing were much more, it wasn't like that. You did occasionally, you had a whole unit wiped out very early on, but it was rare that they all went. It would tend to be a drip of you losing a few troops here and there. So that, I guess that's why I'm not quite so scarred by it. But
got a long memory.
Try having a Skaven army. There you go. I suppose that's probably true.
Yeah, that was it. Horde armies, they look amazing, but they don't have the staying power. Shaker said his main memory of Warhammer Fantasy is the ninja horses. The cavalry, even elite, always ineffective. The horses deadly, absolutely. My main memory, well, I know we've talked about this, was when I had Bretonians, and you could, in the last edition that I played, you could charge with Bretonians, go in, lances down, and you could charge something like High Elf Archers. But because High Elf Archers had a higher initiative, they strike first, even against. Actually, it wouldn't even matter. The elves had the rule called Always Strikes First anyway. But even if they didn't have that rule, they would be. I can't remember what edition it was. It changed it. It was just whoever has the higher initiative strikes first. It was like even charging models. It was like, what? So these poxy elf archers.
Sounds like your plus. Are you Swedish? You win rule from what?
I like that. Yeah. The one which I'm not. I'm looking forward to playing that against Paul at Carry On Cracking in March. Where basically, you go down the combat resolution, and just at the bottom it says, "Are you Swedish?" +1. I think because Haley's teaming up with Paul.
Oh my goodness, you are completely going to be.
I love the soldier in the pub. Yeah. So you remove a stand to recover, but you lose that part of your effect. Yeah. So the way it works is Soldiers of Napoleon. You do it to recover morale. Basically, your unit receives disruption, and you can lower the disruption level by removing men to represent them fleeing or dying, like I did in that game, but Warfare, where I completely and utterly ruined Mark's game. Essentially, let's just say it how it is. That's quite a fun. I like that because you're kind of in charge of how the way the models get removed. You could leave them all on the board, but your unit is so disrupted that it's not going to be much use. So do you get rid of a stand to reduce the level of disruption, so slightly less effective in game, but they haven't got the level. Do you keep them on the field at full strength, but they're heavily disrupted and likely to run, or do you reduce their numbers to lower the level of disruption, but they become slightly less effective? So that kind of puts the onus on you to make that decision. So it's all your fault.
I kind of like the sound of the mechanic, but I'm not sure I quite understand the historical relevance of that.
It's all about rallying. It's trying to, because when you do the rally, the first thing you do is you rally round. Is it rally round the colours first? So you roll to rally because you might be able to just get people off the paper. I had it here. There it is. Hang on. Aha. Where are we?
Into the rule book. Look at this.
Found it.
Into the rule book. Yeah, rally. That was it. So the first thing you do So when you do a rally order, your first thing the unit does is they can withdraw, so they can make a move backwards to reduce one disruption off of them. The second thing they do is rally on the colors. So you roll 1 dice per disruption on your unit. Any 6s, get rid of a level of disruption. Then if you're still disrupted, you can take off a stand for casualties to get -2 disruption. And then finally, you can order the ranks to basically get back into good order. So there's a good chance that you can, well, I say a good chance, there's a chance you can do it. It's kind of like, I guess it represents men running or, casualties being taken away. And it's kind of on your command, whether or not they're going to do that. It is brutal. It is also really, really upsetting when you have to be the one to make that decision. Making the other player do that. I do need to play another game of Soldiers of Napoleon. Yes, Paul. That's the for those of you who don't know, that's the essentially the Swedish tactic battle cry game winning thing that they're going to do.
+1.
Basically just charge.
Well, it's just that the Swedish essentially made pikes into an offensive charging weapon in the Great Northern War, rather than a sort of let's walk slowly at them. They level them and just sprint at people. And it worked well until it didn't. But it's
love it.
Yeah,
cool. Oops, shit.
Love casualties on the tabletop.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I get it, and I don't dislike rules where you don't remove it, but I do still have that little sweet spot for it.
Yeah, some people get really funny about it. Actually, I've seen some people get really.
People get funny about everything in wargaming, and
I had a comment. It's nice, obviously, people watch the battle reports, but I had a comment on the Soldiers of Napoleon game actually. And someone said, "Why did this happen at this moment?" And the video is like 18 months on. And I sat and think, "Am I actually going to rewatch?" And I was like, "Well, it was a very long time ago. I don't remember." I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't know. That sounds, if it was something big or there was a time I could do it, it's like, oh, well, why did this happen at turn 1? I was like, that's a big turn. Like, don't know if I can sit here looking through the whole thing.
It does make me laugh. I mean, I appreciate people who do look at some of the older videos, but I get that occasionally, and someone say, why did this happen on whatever it was? And I think, I can't even remember doing the game, let alone that rule, what happened there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and dive straight through into 5 hours of footage to find it. But if they sort of say, oh, you did this and this happened here, why did this happen or whatever, and give you a bit of context, you got a chance of it. But yeah.
I got some I knew it was going to happen. I did those US cavalry for a couple of weeks ago, so I knew I was going to get some comments on the blue. But they're not even
my world.
I mean, at this point, someone was talking about the headgear. And what was the other one I got? One was about the headgear, and then the other, I can't even remember what the other one was about. I think the other one might have been about the gloves. I'm not sure. I think my reply was, "History sleeps easier tonight. Thank you." It's funny. I think I'd have that. It's if I, to be fair, obviously, if someone put up some livery of some, although I'm getting better, I don't comment on that stuff anymore. I don't comment. I don't see the point anymore. But did we decide? I mean, I did see all the comments. Did we decide what this year's big thing was going to be? Is it Ancients? Is that what we're?
I think that was what it was. Yeah, the majority seemed to think Ancient was the big one.
What do you reckon, Ken? What do you think this year's thing would be? Because last year was definitely medievals. The year before that seemed to be World War II.
Yeah, that's a really good question, mate, to be fair. I'm going to go with... I don't know what I'm going... No, I think Ancients will do it, but I'm going to throw something out there. Pike and shot sort of era. I'm going to go with that. And Renaissance, I'm going to go for that. I don't know why. Just feel like there might be a lot of releases for it. You never know.
There's quite a lot coming out because we've got Vexillarius, haven't we, for Ancients? Then there's obviously the new Warlord release, which again I'm sure is in the news. In fact, I know it is again because I checked before I uploaded my pictures. So yeah, we'll see what that's all about. Yeah, but there's some quite good things.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think you never quite know. There's probably going to be something unexpected that sort of pops out that becomes a big thing. But
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Like, sorry, mate, I'm speaking over you. Apologies. I was going to say, at the end of the day, I think you're right, Dom. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be space weirdos if somebody has something to do with it. But,
what's this? Apparently, Morgian Glory visited Warlord HQ on Friday and confirmed new epic scale releases. Any info on that, MIB? Nope.
Not seeing it. No idea.
No.
Interesting. Yeah.
To be fair, I don't watch Morgian Glory that often, so I have to.
I have to say, I don't either.
Where have we got?
I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're going to be a lot more epic releases. I know
there will be. Yeah. They've got. I mean, the thing is, we were talking because we were talking about this. I don't know how successful the AWI one actually was compared to the Punic one and the Napoleonic one, which are the two biggest.
Yeah,
I know the Punic one was crazily. So I think that's probably had the most varied troop types across it. So I don't know. I still think ancient cool people. I know people quite like to do a medieval one, but I don't know because you've got. I mean, obviously, Wargames Atlantic got their 10 mil Agincourt range. I mean, obviously, if Warlord have already started developing it, they're not going to, stop.
I feel they'll probably do because Punic was so successful, and the Napoleonic was so successful. I suspect they will do sort of extensions to those rather than going into something completely new. So you might find an earlier period Napoleonic, for instance, or you might find. Romans, for instance. I'm sure there'll be a lot more later period Romans that might pop up, or pikemen, or that kind of stuff would be my guess. But just because business-wise, makes all sense to carry on behind the ones that did well.
Apparently he was there with Valrak. Yeah, they were on the open day that I went to. Both of them. That's because they're hitting Conflict 47 really hard, and those guys cover that. This made me laugh. Sorry. Funny enough, though, Robin's just said, Morning Glory shows a route Warlord are going down. What's next? Daily epic rumors from Valrak. Discourse minis doing endless videos about the color of John Standard's shirt. It's been successful for them, hasn't it? And that's the
at the end of the day, they're a business. They've got to make money, and we want them to succeed for all their failings and everything else.
Otherwise, no more minis for them.
Otherwise, no more minis, no more rules, no more toys for us. So, I think you want them to be successful. I just hope they continue to balance the investment across everything they do, rather than just be all in on just one or two things.
I do hope the Conflict 47. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really have. I played it with you guys and it was fun, so I'll play it if it's there. I'm never say never.
Just not a collection, is it?
It just doesn't speak. Yeah, so I hope it carries on for them, because sometimes these things, can be a bit of a flash in the pan. I think it's probably here to say they need to obviously keep the releases coming. I know on their socials you can see all this, it's like mini of the week and all this kind of stuff, and then obviously featuring quite a lot of painters and stuff like that, which is nice to see. I do hope it works out for them, but at the same time, I agree with Dom. It's like, don't forget the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I just think, I'm very pleased to see, well, when we get around to it, the new Hail Caesar supplement that's coming out. But when was the last time they did Napoleonic? And yet, I just find that really extraordinary.
Of course, yeah, that's a really good point.
They've been waiting for
Clash of Eagles, wasn't it?
It was Clash of Eagles, yeah. I think that was the last one. And that's a long time ago. So, and they've been promising this, hinting that a Leipzig one might come along at some point, but it just hasn't. And I don't really understand why it's taking them so long to do those, because I know for a fact that they were written. I've heard repeatedly that they were written. So it's interesting. I don't understand why they haven't gone down that route as much as they have, but at least they're doing Hail Caesar, which is one of the periods I'm like, and they've also done the extra pike and shot ones with the Samurai book and the Italian Wars one. So they're doing in other systems, but it's bizarre. They just haven't done anything with Napoleonics beyond the Epic launch, and that was really just a recap of what they had before. Really,
that was just Albion Triumphant, wasn't it? Just willing to, and that's only a Waterloo release anyway, wasn't it? That's the
very much so. Yeah.
They did the Peninsula War, didn't they?
Sorry, mate, carry on.
I was going to say they did do the Peninsula War.
They released like one unit like upgrade kit for it, didn't they? So you could snip the heads or something.
They not did it. Oh no, they didn't do any guerrillas or anything like that, did they? Or
no, there's no Spanish or like no. They just did a thing for the unit. You know, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I know that was just obviously third party stuff and that, but but then that's what we went over this ground repeatedly, and you see this all the time on the various, like, you know, whether it's Hail Caesar or Black Powder, you see in these various groups where people say, like, you know, they need to finish their Napoleonic range, or their Napoleonic range is a Waterloo range.
Yep.
You know,
that's
we talked about it was epic battles, weren't it? Epic battles, Gettysburg, epic battles, and then they expand them a little bit, you know, to, you know, here and there. But I think there's still plenty more that they could actually put in for Waterloo. Did they ever actually do Hanoverians, or did they ever do them in the end with the fort? I mean, I know they didn't actually
not that I'm aware of.
I can't remember, to be honest. If they did,
no, neither can I. I mean, the Punic, there's still stuff in that Punic Wars rulebook that's not been released. There's still little models in there. But I mean, they did the Gauls, they did the Gallic army.
They did.
That was quite cool. Little chariots are fun, but I don't know.
Question Cloud make a point about the epic stuff, and it's been crossing my mind about, you know, the cost, because I've seen a lot of companies recently starting to increase their metal costs because the prices of the raw materials gone up so much, and obviously smaller scale is cheaper. Also, if it's plastic, it's cheaper on the whole. I wonder whether that's going to start colouring why they're, you know, clearly they can make, there's more profit in an epic set, I think. Well, say clearly, I assume there is. I wonder whether that's also impacting the continued investment in these things. You'd see Wargames Atlantic doing the same thing with their 10 mils. I don't know. It's interesting.
Fair question.
Yeah.
Entropic Tyranny says things we know Warlord is doing this year. K-47 scenario book. I've got that actually in the news. Another plastic wave. Bolt action armies of the Commonwealth, Italy, France, Hungarians. New epic sale period, Lightning Medieval, and the Boer War.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Intrigued to see.
Yeah, John says I think Warlords drop some ranges and IPs. Like they drop IPs all the time. They drop ranges and IPs all the time. There's nothing new. Louis Baby says too many releases. Someone's going to lose out in the end. But we all win, right?
We all win. We get new things to play with.
Yeah. And
the beauty of it is that they never, because you can carry on playing with them, because generally they're historic, it means you don't worry about the fact the rules may have died. You can find another set, use them for that. So it's all good. Win-win.
Yeah. Did you get any of the epic Napoleonics in the end, Dom? I can't remember. I know you picked some up.
No. I got a couple of sprues. I got a few sprues here and there, and I picked up a couple of cheap boxes from eBay just to see, and then I thought, no, this is daft. I'm not going to bother. I've got 28s and 15 mils. A rare moment of common sense hit me. Don't worry, didn't carry on for too long. And then I sold them back again because I just thought, no, I don't really need them. So if they did it as a different sort of period of the war, I don't know, in 1809 or something like that, I might be tempted, just because I don't actually have much from that sort of period.
Or if they did Russia or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Would I do Russia? Because I've got loads of Russian figures in 15mm and 28mm. So I'm not sure that would bother me particularly.
What about Egypt?
Well, I mean, I've got all the Ottomans that I've been getting from the Perrys, and they've also done the early war French, which would work for that. So I think that's almost covered as well. So I don't know.
Italian campaign?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Those sort of early periods there, the Italian campaign. Yeah, could be something that would interest me, but I just don't. I don't know really. I don't play enough Napoleonics anyway, so another load of them would be. I don't know.
Is that a joke? Is that? I can't tell if he's joking or not. I don't know.
No, I think he's being serious.
Their 11th edition 40k. Okay.
Oh God.
Ronnie Atlantic.
You hit the same one as I did. Sorry.
They start off all their casting stuff. Okay.
That's scary, isn't it? I think it's really scary because we know metal's best. And that's you worry.
You're just saying that because Steve's not here to bite back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone agrees, unless they don't, and they're stupid. There you go.
Maybe industrial 3D printing's taking off.
I mean, it is. In reality, is. I mean, I was talking about this, and I did a video about the new. Well, not new, but the Victrix foot sergeants, and working out the price. And remember, you go, granddad Wargamer about to say stuff again. But I remember how. Pound a figure was always like, oh my goodness, that's really expensive for metals. And now, even plastics are more than £1 a figure. It's quite worrying actually. The prices are going crazy for stuff. So I can see that. I see why the popularity of smaller scale figures and also skirmish games, because it is so much cheaper to play.
Yeah.
And I know 3D. Yeah. But I don't know. It's still can't beat mass figures in 28mm, especially metal.
Well, yeah. Well, in fact, should we move on to that? Should we do some news? Because we're talking about mass figures of. Let's have a look.
It doesn't happen very often, Steve. I have to say, it doesn't happen very often. Yeah.
All right. Let's. All right. Let's do some news. Right, I'll kick things off, shall I? Because just for a change. So yeah, we talked about. So yeah, Conflict 47 has got a new release. It's up for pre-order in a minute, and it's the Festen Europa one. So it's up for pre-order. And if you pre-order it, you get this quite groovy art print with it, which is quite cool. Something a bit different. As I said before, Oathmark, season 2, second edition, is in the works. So there's a little bit of news out there. So hopefully we'll hear some more about that in
I wonder what
the coming months.
Yeah, I was going to say the rule set itself is actually really quite good.
Maybe it's more to because obviously there's legacy mechanics. Well, there's a campaign system in it anyway, isn't there?
Yeah, but maybe
Maybe it is. Maybe they're expanding that. There's been quite a few. There's been expansions, hasn't there? So maybe it's just going to bring it all together. So I saw that Gripping Beast are, is it 30 years old? This week.
Happy birthday!
And they have released a figure. Speaking of metals, look at the detail on that face. That is awesome. I can't remember who this is now, but it's a Viking. But yes, I forgot to.
Kari Slolonjonsson. There you go.
See? There we go.
There you go.
You're trying to make him say it again. But no, really, no. So it's a cool thing. It's a cool pose. I really like the pose.
It is.
If they've got that at Salute or something, I might pick that up. Think of that for for a base. That would be quite cool. Along with that, so we talk about this. So Avatars of War, who may or may not at various times have got into trouble with GW for their rather similar looking miniatures. They do plastic sets, and they've just released these ones, which are absolutely legally distinct from Chaos. So these are plastic Warriors of Pestilence.
Absolutely legally distinct.
Absolutely legally distinct. And also, if you pre-order him, you get the free Lord of Pestilence as well. But it's a multi-part plastic kit. So I just
I quite like those.
Just plastic. Yeah, well, you can get them like this with great weapons, or you can get them like this with another different, and they've got like shields and that. So, but I've actually got some of their original models, and they're lovely. So yeah, if you're building up some fantasy armies and you want some, chaotic-y looking knight things,
Nurgly thing.
Obviously not Nurgle,
It's not monsters.
Call him Burgle. There we go.
Yeah, Burgle.
Burgle, grandmother Burgle. Not grandmother. Dom's sitting there because he hasn't got a clue what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There you
go. Yeah, you could always have a look at those. And then the last thing, which got mentioned last week, and I think Dom, you've got this up there as well. There's, if you go over to the I forgot the name of it. Who makes muskets and tomahawks? Studio Tomahawk. Page. They just put up a little video and showed off this, which is the little look at the American Civil War. Expansion for muskets and tomahawks, which it does interest me.
It's intriguing if you look at the video they associated with that, because they're demoing some show in France, aren't they, this weekend? I think upcoming weekend anyway. And if you look at the video, they pan across the battlefield and you can see the figures all laid out, and it's quite a small board, like a traditional muskets and tomahawks board. But all the troops were in columns, which was intriguing. So I'm kind of interested to see how this plays. I've talked about this last week, how much you like the first version of muskets and tomahawks. I'm very intrigued by it.
I'd like to say that was. That's all I saw. So I'll hand it over to you.
I'll put my blade down then. So we talked about, hinted at this earlier on, new Hail Caesar supplement, the Pyrrhic Wars, is on pre-order at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you buy it from Warlords, £26.50, which I think's gone up, hasn't it? Is that a bit higher than normal?
Well, I'm less. We're sure we'll come on to this in a second, actually. But yeah, I think.
Start talking about the figures yet? No.
I don't know what you're talking about. But the cool thing is you've got the rules for various successors in here.
Yeah.
Which I think people, I don't know about you, but I'm more interested in the rules of, like Ptolemy and Antigonus and
Antigonus.
Who's Antigonus, who I think gets like a bad rap. But
he does. Well, he lost, so that's always a bit downer when you're.
Well, he's not. But he's not like Cassander bad though. He would like if you like Cassander is like the worst person in history.
Very true.
Or in history of this period anyway. So that's interesting. It's got 12 scenarios in it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of scenarios, a lot of army lists. I'll be intrigued to see whether there's any special rules, but I suspect there won't be many, if any.
There's quite a few army lists in it.
There's a lot of army lists. Yeah. So I'm very excited by this because, as some people know, the watch I talk about, I love the successor period. I think it's really fascinating. So yeah, that will get me going on that. Finally, I might even finish doing my recycling of my earlier 15mm armies for that. This and Vexellaris is going to get me well into Ancients this year. And alongside it, now let's be nice, people, shall we? They did some figures.
No, I think there's things to be. No, I think there's things to be nice about.
Constructive criticism.
I think there are things to be nice about. Yes.
What, even these?
No, not those. 45 quid.
Yeah, they're all metal again.
Yeah, but you could buy a unit of. Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
Fuming.
Oh,
see,
fuming.
see that Kenny said about now. Let's be nice, and then within 1 second, was it?
I didn't say anything about the I didn't say anything about the models.
How many did you get?
How many did you get there? How many there?
24, I think. 2, 4.
They're £2 a model, basically. Near enough.
Right, hang on.
175.
What the hell? What are these Illyrians? Right, okay.
Illyrians, yeah.
Right, hang on.
You can buy them in.
So what's wrong with their Sirecast then?
They're just. It's not the Sirecast. It's the. Oh, sorry. What do you mean? These are metal. I don't know why.
Yeah, but why are they not? Why are they not doing them
I have
Sirecast? I thought they were
no
moving away from metal.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Foundry are actually cheaper, and that is not something.
Surely not.
Yeah, they would be. That is an obscene amount of money for that. 45 quid for 24 figures is mad. And I wouldn't mind, but they are not very good. They're really
cool. I thought they were the plastic ghouls at first.
No, they look like they should be plastic ghouls, but they're not. The nobles are slightly better, I think.
So you could. How much are they?
24 figures for £45.
There's no doubles in there, is there?
So for £44, you could get 32 Aventine medals.
Oh, and they are so nice.
Of the successors, but that's 2 packs because they sell them in 16-figure packs. If you want phalanxes,
yeah.
But let's say you want, I don't know, like Galatians. Okay, so sorry, I'm just on the sort of the variant, or not Galatians. Sorry, I don't know, successor infantry. What we got here? Sorry, unit. Yeah, they're all about like 20 quid for. I don't. That's a lot of money. Oh, that's surprising. I'm not normally like that.
Yeah, you're right, Lynn, as well. Then you've got to factor in your shipping costs. And, mind you, they'll probably sell it through one of the distributors in America. So
I wonder why they're going metal though.
So yeah, you've got those. Say the nobles, I think.
I don't mind them. No, I think they look all right. Those ones.
And then you zoom in. Did you see this fella? Look at the face on
him. I'm sorry, I got bad chest, so it's making it worse.
I had to do a zoom in on that because I looked at that face and I went, "Oh my goodness, he's had a really bad time, hasn't he?"
Sorry.
So yeah, there you go. That's that. But there are a couple of. I quite like the ballista. Was pretty good.
I like Antigonus. I liked Antigonus.
Yeah. You got bolt action, a bolt thrower. Sorry. Where's crossbowman? There you go.
£18 for 3 models.
Yep.
No.
Are you for real?
No, it's not. It's not free. It's not free models. It's
going
to
to
be more than that,
or something like that. I would imagine. I don't know,
mate. I'm looking that up right now.
That's pretty good.
Just remember, these are the people that bought us the ACW. Oh God,
£7.25 for a cat for.
Yeah, but the thing is, if it's a character model, I don't have such a big problem with that because it's you're going to buy one.
Yeah, but mate, you can pick up dozens of different versions of this.
Yeah, no, I know, but I find
for a lot less.
Yeah. All right, where's
I'm not really getting down on them, but because I like what they do, but I mean, they're just these. I don't know who's sculpting these days, but no. I think you're right. Antigonus is probably the best of them.
I hate to tell you this, but it's 3 models for 18 quid.
You're joking. Are you joking?
No, I'm looking. Right, I'm going to bring the page up. I'll share my screen. Yeah. I can't see anywhere that it says It says blister. Yeah. So give me a sec. I'll bring it up right now. Let's go.
No, gastric your feet.
There is share screen, but only my page. There we go. You tell me where there's any more than 3 models on this page.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, wrong one.
That's all I can see. You on me or not?
Hang on, you need to get rid of that one first. There we go.
See all right?
Can't really read it.
It says blister. Right? Blister here.
You don't want the ballista. That's not the ballista. That's not what we're
looking at. No. It says blister, as in a blister pack.
Blister. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can see 3 models here that are all the same and just the back, front, and side.
I think you're right. I think it's just 3 models.
Fudge cake. Wow.
£6 a figure.
That
Holy
can't be right.
smoke.
But they did, yeah, what I was trying to say is the ACW, they did those wagon trains, didn't they? That was stupid money.
Yeah,
Remember?
Jesus.
So, right, I'll stop sharing now. But if anyone can correct us, I would like to be corrected. Because that just seems ludicrous.
That is unbelievable. Oh, wrong one.
£6
That is
a month.
unbelievable. So yeah. Anyway, if you're
We
mad,
sound like
and
such
you
a
really
such a bunch of moaning old farts, don't we?
We are.
I know, but that is, come on, that's daylight robbery. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So I think the Antigonus ones they're probably the best. But
Do you get all that for $14.50?
yeah,
Yeah.
So you get 2 horses on top,
yeah,
and it's cheaper.
yeah. Yeah. I don't have words really. There you go.
Maybe it's a price error. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe
So
it's a
buy the
price
rule
error.
book if you want. Buy it from Boards and Swords because you get, if you use PCP5, you'll get an additional 5% off his already reduced price. You probably won't get the figure, but sometimes he's able to get them.
Yeah, he does sometimes, doesn't he?
You'll get it for a lot cheaper, and then go and buy Aventines or Victrix or anybody really, because the figures are so much cheaper. But the rules will be good. So there you go. That's coming. You talked about.
Do you can just turn you down because it's a metal range, and they haven't, and it's a metal range, and it's not going to sell massive amount. So they've had to. This is how they're going to have to claw their money back, per se.
I don't know, mate. I really don't know. I mean, it almost thinks, why would you bother doing the figures if they're that expensive when you can go to
Just
a dozen other manufacturers that would do them cheaper and probably better sculpted.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's unbelievable, really, is all I'm going to say. Conflict. They've also got this Percival Medium Assault Walker, which apparently is their version of a Lend-Lease British one of the walkers. That is £41.50 for one model. It'll be a big one, but geez, that's a lot.
I don't think it's that big though, mate. I don't reckon it's that big. I reckon it's the size of a Sentinel.
Yeah, it's probably. I did have one of the.
He doesn't know what that is. Why would you tell him? He doesn't know what that is.
Oh yeah, true. You know what that
I
is,
don't know what a Sentinel is. No idea. Anyway, there you go. That's enough bashing a warlord.
Warlord.
Also,
If it deserves it, if it deserves it, Dom. If it deserves it.
These weirdos for Kings of War. These are the Death Horrors, I think.
I like the paint job on those.
Beautiful
Paint job is really cool. Yeah,
really
I like
nice
the theme. It's like just does look really cool.
Rather cool. And then also another Kings of War. This is Human Warriors, or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, that geezer with the hat reminds me of Mortal Kombat so bad.
It does have that vibe. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it does massively. Massively. What a game! What a game! Mortal Kombat trilogy. Oh,
so there you go. That's what I've seen.
That's yeah. Okay. Well, let's not dwell. I
don't know, man. That's a bit of a shock.
God, what about you? Anything, Ken?
No, not really seen much. I know Games Workshop have been. They've got their reveal coming up at Adepticon, haven't they? So
yeah,
they've teased. Haven't they teased Iron Warriors quite like today?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have quite a bit. It would be nice. I would be quite cool to see Iron Warriors Heresy kits. Yeah,
because they're just going to be essentially because I was watching Pertarabu. It's just going to be chunky Mecha Man.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It would be nice to get another little Primarch though. I would like another little Primarch.
I think they always have to be massively outnumbered though, don't they? So there's 4 of the others, 2 of the other ones. Get one more out, then they'll release another one. They'll bring back Lehman Russ or Vulcan, and then.
I wouldn't mind if they brought Vulcan back. It'd be quite cool.
I want him to bring again. Right, Dom, you switch off for a second. I would like them. I'd like them to bring back the King of the Emos, Korax, because he can turn into a big raven monster. So and that's confirmed. Like that's in that short story. Where he goes hunting law guy. He's now he can turn into a only because I think I want them essentially just want them to release a model of essentially just a crow on a table that's walking. Yeah. It's essentially he is. He's just Brandon Lee. He is the crow. He's just Brandon Lee.
To paint wise and to theme an army around it, I think the white scars would be pretty cool for Jagatai Khan. I think that would be, especially with like them.
Well, there's a Primarch to bring back.
Yeah, there's a Primarch to bring back. It's very unlikely that he'll get brought back, but well, he could because he's in the webway. But
it makes them money that they can
do whatever they want, can't they? They're never going to bring They're never going to bring the big cheese. So it would be nice if they did at some point, but I don't think we'll be alive for that.
What do you mean, the Emperor?
Yeah, I don't reckon. Yeah, I don't know.
So Matt says he loves Korax, but he's a goth, not an emo, and he'll die on this hill.
I know nothing about this at all, but when you said emo, I was thinking, am I getting that right? Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, I quite like Vulcan.
You like Vulcan?
Salamanders, yeah. There's quite a few Primarchs I like. There's a few that I think meh, and not too fussed about, but.
Well, the problem is that all of the Chaos ones have just become moustache twirling parodies.
Yeah, demons.
Themselves.
Yeah, I know. Well, apart from
probably, the
exception, isn't he? And the Night Lord's Comrade Kurz is dead, so he can't. He definitely.
Yeah, that means nothing to.
Nah, true, it does. No, you're right.
I mean, he's pretty dead. But I think if he come back, because isn't the whole point that he hates all his own space? He hates all. He
hates everything. Yeah, pretty much.
They don't really care about that he's dead, do they? I can't remember the Night Lord books, which are good. Like the stories are really, really cool, but I'm pretty sure they don't really care.
No, don't really care.
They hate him because he hated them. Isn't the Emperor a shriveled warrior? Yeah, essentially, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone more towards the Custodes. I'm gone quite heavily on the skirmish side of the Custodes, just individual models at the minute. I don't know why.
Yeah, I haven't listened. I haven't read anything from G. I finished The End and the Death, Volume 3, and
I've not even finished that yet.
It was long. I stuck with it. I was like, I've listened to 54 books. I'm finishing this.
Yeah, I'm finishing it. There's another.
They've
released another one, haven't they? They have released another one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, to deal with the after bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the after. The after thing.
Yeah.
But no, it is what it is, isn't it? It would be cool. But
has anyone read any good books recently, Dom? We talk about books. Have you read anything good? Anything historical or wargamery?
Do you know what? I haven't. I've been really getting into. Oh, this is really sad. I've been getting seriously into those books by Richard Osman, the old people who solve murders in old people.
The Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, I've just Elaine had the first one, and I read it because I was just sort of
this is a dangerous
something
slope.
Completely different, and I just suddenly I've read all. I think it's done 4 or 5 books now, and I read them all back to back. So that's all I've been reading, to be honest. I haven't read anything historical for quite a while, which normally my entire reading material is just war books or historical fiction. If I go on my Kindle, like every genre is there, whatever. So this has been quite a revelation for me. So, but I finished the last one, so now I'm sort of probably going to go back into something. So no, it's just, I mean, I'm still watching lots of interesting YouTube videos. Which is always dangerous ground for me.
About history, you mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just general.
Oh, generally, no. I mean, it is generally around. I'm talking about the historical ones. I won't talk about the very other ones that I watch. But yeah, I mean, just fascinating. It's just like, I know I shouldn't be surprised, but you're just constantly learning about periods of history and wars and things that you know nothing about. Like, I know we had him on some time ago, the history chap. He's Chris. lovely chap, and he's been doing a whole series on the Malburian period. And I've really enjoyed those, talking about all his different campaigns and victories. And just, it's one of those things I don't, I know a little bit about the Malburian period and that those whole series of campaigns, but I don't think I ever quite realized how little I really knew about it. And then you hear about the sheer scale and how wide a conflict that was. It was
if only there was a game system that was specifically aimed at that kind of period and that kind of warfare.
I don't think there is, mate. I'm sure there
recently had another book that's come out, and a lot of people are jumping on it.
No, I'm not going to agree with that. I've enjoyed reading of it. I've enjoyed watching the videos and finding out more about it. It's been fascinating, but you keep trying to lull me in with the whole idea that it's easier to paint than Napoleonics, but I'm not falling for that. I'm just not. So no, that's as far as I'm going.
I'll come up with some other tactics. We'll find a way. You're going
to ambush me like you did Steve last week.
I'd like to say I felt bad about that, but I don't, because I kind of feel like it was mission accomplished. I kind of did. I mean, obviously, I ended up convincing myself, which was
you caught yourself out properly.
Yeah, but there's a robot with a shield with a
you keep going on about these robots with shields. It's like it's some kind of porn or something.
I like robots. I like robots and I like shields. I put that up on the group, but there was a couple. Someone who's I think it was it Mike Hoddy? He was like, "What? You slipping?" I was like, "Oh, I slipped a long time ago, and they just don't get they don't get out that often. That's all. They're all there. I slipped a long time ago with all of those." Although the shelf where I had all my bolt action is now bare because I've nearly finished flogging all that off. So
nice.
Yeah, I've just got those tanks down there to get rid of. I can be bothered to put them up. But yeah, that's okay. What about you, Ken? Have you any books recently?
Ooh. No, I'm still reading the Naval series. I'm on book 9, which is really good. I'm gonna just trying to think of anything else really that I thought about that might interest me. No, I'm going to try the Witcher books. Laura got me one for Christmas. Okay. I played the games, obviously. So I'm going to give them a go. Obviously, Lord of the Rings is just a classic. If you've never read it, you should read it once at least. But yeah, no, nothing new. Oh, actually, tell a lie. What's it called? It's an audio book I've been listening to. Caiaphas Cain. From GW.
From GW,
yeah. Oh my god, how? Yeah, that's it's funny. That's just funny. It's a commissar that's meant to be in charge of executing people for treason and meant to be really strict, and he just doesn't want anything to do with being a commissar, and he just seems.
He's great. It's just Blackadder. It's Blackadder in 40k. I love it. 100%. Dom, you would like those books. It's hilarious. They are actually really good.
It is actually really funny.
It's probably the best way. That's what I would like them to do for a Warhammer TV series. I'd like them to do Caiaphas Cain because he's an arsehole. He's an absolute arsehole. It's essentially It's essentially an Imperial commissar who doesn't want to be in the war, doesn't want to be anywhere, but he accidentally keeps on finding
doing really well.
Doing really well. He'll lead. He ends up being like the sole survivor of something, and then they give him a medal.
Yeah, and he get promoted, and he just wants to be in the background and just walk away. So I was reading. There was one bit where he's in the canteen, and these two lots of soldiers from amalgamated regiments start kicking off each other and fighting, and these provos go in. So the provost police go in to break it all up, and then they get overwhelmed, and then he's sneaking out, and then all of a sudden he just hears "Commissar," and he's like, fuck's sake, what have I got to get?
Yeah. It's what everyone is saying here. It's just Flash. It's 40k Flashman.
Oh, it's so funny. It is cool.
It is cool.
I've woken Laura up before laughing. I've literally got myself in hysterical stitches waking Laura up. It's quite funny.
I do enjoy it. I've got a couple of them. I like them. I can't remember the name. What's it? He's got like his baldrick. I can't remember what he's called.
Oh no! Yeah, he has got his own baldrick as well.
He's got his own baldrick.
He does. He's thick as shit. So funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna annoy you, but yeah, that is a great one. Need to.
Oh dear, no, that's cool. I've read a couple of things in non-fiction. I just finished reading Blood Cries Afar, which is all about the Barons' War and the Magna Carta War and all of that. So that's quite a good one. If you're looking for any stuff, so that's non-fiction. That's by Sean McGlynn. This one, this is a really good book if you're interested in the Barons' War and all the horrible little
spoilers,
things.
please. Don't give us any spoilers.
You're not going to let me forget that, are you?
No,
I don't think I should forget it either. Obviously, yeah, I read that Wars of the Roses one, which was very cool. But I don't know what's another. If you like graphic novels, I read I just finished reading Berserker, which is but it's by Keanu Reeves. So
really?
yeah, it's really good. So he's always he's a big comic fan, but it was funded through a Kickstarter a few years ago, and I think it was like one of the highest ever. That you say he's just a character, like blatantly. Hopefully he will play this character. I mean, it's essentially about a half man, half god, immortal warrior born at the beginning of time, and he can't die, but he's also compelled to. It's incredibly violent. It's a graphic novel. There's no deep thinking in this thing, all right? And essentially, he has fought and killed his way all through human history, and now he works for the US government, just completing missions for them. But it's really good because every now and then it's a little bit like Highlander. Every now and then he has memories of the past, and he. Right. It'll flash back to like the American Civil War, or it'll flash back to like the Bronze Age or something. It's quite cool. But he co-wrote it, and the art's really, really cool in it. And it does. You might notice the character essentially just looks like Keanu Reeves, but really bulked out. So it's like, I believe someone is essentially it's almost like a pitch for someone. Netflix.
He's written a part for himself for a film, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's could be the sequel to John Wick or something like that. So I read that because I do enjoy my my graphic novels. Although I was trying to convince Tessa to read because I've got all the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics from the 80s. So I was trying to get her to read those. I don't think she cared. So yeah. So,
didn't go so well.
Well, she's good on some things, So she's, she likes like Lord of the Rings and that. She likes playing Blood Bowl, but apparently talking turtles and ninja weapons is too far.
It's too. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to get Sophie into all this stuff. I really can't.
Well, the thing is, you got to do what I do because I know that like Tessa's 9, so in a few years she's not going to care. She barely cares now. To be honest, like I'll suggest it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll play it." She never comes up to me and says like, "Oh, Daddy, can we play Blood Bowl?" Actually, she did for a while, but now she doesn't care.
Yeah.
So
to be fair though, Sophie's in the bedroom every time, and she's trying to get in the cupboard and take the minis. So she's got her own little minis. She wants me to paint her some cows and some chickens, so I'm going to do that for her. But they'll go very well with a project that I want to do that everyone is banging on about recently, and I'm so close to pulling the trigger where I've just come into a bit of cash, and I'm thinking, Martin, you've got it behind you right now, and Dom's got all of it anyway.
What, Barons' War?
Yeah.
Oh, Barons'
War. Really, really close to just going add to cart and just ordering it.
I mean, you just should. I mean, I'm painting Barons' War right now.
I know.
I know.
It's just what
you don't need that many. So
but I just want to paint. I just want to paint the figures.
Yeah, well, just buy the figures then.
Yeah,
or pick up the individual sprues on eBay, and you Bob's your auntie. It's going to be. They are so nice to do. Yeah, go for it. Thoroughly recommend.
Oh God, here we go. Lionheart's like, do it. Oh, fuck it. Here we go. Oh no, it's not good, is it? But I've got Space Marines in front of me right now. Look at these Blood Angels. They're not going to base themselves.
Yeah, put them away. Don't worry. Get something else out.
Put away the Blood Angel. Step away from the Blood Angel.
Step away from the Blood Angel.
Pick up a proper model.
But he's Death Watch. Not Death Watch. Oh my God. Why is it whenever I come on the stream I always forget things? It's not Death Watch.
I agree with James. Like he says, the Baron's World plastics are nice. I'm painting up some of his spearmen. I treated myself to those at Warfare. Just like to point out that these 3 packs of spearmen by Paul Hicks that are metal cost less than £20.
Yeah, say no more. What did you think? Did you see the question or the discussion point that Richard Hawes put up in the Facebook page? Which reminds me, if you're not a member of the Facebook page, why not? Join the link down below. He asked this question. Well, he posed this question. He said, "What are people feeling on using figures from earlier or later periods to fight a historic battle? For example, I feel twitched about using my War of the Roses figures to fight Agincourt, but not so much as if I was using them for Cressy. But my 6mm 7-Year War chaps, I have no issue with fighting the Austrian War of Succession or AWI. My Peninsular British can fight at Waterloo, but I can't have my early war Germans fighting Americans in Normandy. Why am I inconsistent?" Interesting.
But it's a good point. That's a good shout. I guess it comes down to how different you personally feel each individual period is. See, to me, I look at the Wars of the Roses and I look at the 100 Years' War, and there is a huge difference to me. Like the armor is completely different. The lack of shields, the weaponry, the armor, it's complete in my brain. But I completely understand why someone would just go, "It's a night."
Yeah,
it's a night.
It's a night. You know, I get it. But would you, for example, use Revolutionary French at Waterloo?
No.
So
you're not even.
It would come. Some of it would come down to scale, right? So if you're playing 6mm or 10mm or 15mm, possibly I wouldn't be quite so worried about it. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because how many people will fight Peninsula games using Shea code British infantry, which were only used in the Waterloo campaign or in North America. But they'd have no problem with that at all. So it really, I thought it was a really interesting one, because I think sometimes and I guess it does, like you say, Martin, it comes down to your own knowledge of the period more than anything else. If you are really passionate about it and you know the differences and it just stands out like a sore thumb.
Oh yeah.
But it's more obvious. But for most, I don't know. What would you do though if we were going to have a Wars of the Roses game, and I turned up with a whole load of 100-Year War figures to fight it?
And it was you.
Yeah.
I would swear at you.
Yeah.
I would swear at you.
I mean, that's a given anyway.
I would say, are you?
What are you doing?
It was you. No, if I went to show someone the rules to play Hail Caesar and the Wars of the Roses, I'd have no issue with it whatsoever. If we were refighting, I don't know, Bosworth, and you rocked up with that, I probably would be very enthusiastic. But to me, it wouldn't. But I like how a game looks. It'd be just like, I don't know. Imagine turning up to play like a World War I game with Alex and just said, "Oh, I'm just going to use my Panzer Grenadiers from my World War II collection."
Well, I think that's the point he's making, isn't it? How far you're prepared to stretch it. So, for some people, they'd be completely triggered by fighting, Weimar early war Germans for a late war, battle in Berlin or something. And, it's like
casually, none of it matters. you know,
I guess it's how far you're prepared to go with it. It's
Martin, you'd have massive issues, or at least you didn't say I have massive issues, but you'd attempt to contain them for a newcomer. I'd attempt to contain them for a newcomer, and I'd encourage someone to go and pin them, because I think that's part of the joy of researching a project and collecting an army. If I was teaching someone to play a game, I'd have no problem with it proxying stuff. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. Yeah. It is, but then I don't quite understand why you would. Okay, if money and space aren't an issue, I don't understand why. Well, unless you just don't want to paint more stuff, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to have the troops and the characters that are for that period.
But consider, so playing devil's advocate a bit, if you bounce around periods a lot, say you're into your Napoleonics, you love your Napoleonics. But you haven't got enough time to you've spent a lot of time building a particular, say an 1812 campaign army for the French. Don't know why you do that; you'd be mad. But anyway, they're French, and you've spent a lot of time building it. You've got all the different regiments, and then somebody, one of your friends says, "Oh, let's play a Waterloo game." Are you going to go, "Oh no, I can't play that. I've only got this period," or are you going to, "Yeah, please, that'd be great. We'll have a good, fun game." So I get what you're saying, but you can't really have everything, can you?
No, and I agree. I mean, I've got loads of Napoleonics that don't fit. I've got all sorts. I've got Italians and Swiss that have no place in being. I just wanted to paint them. No, absolutely. I guess. Again, you just say it's an eye beholder, isn't it? Napoleonic French infantrymen from 1812, how dissimilar are they to 1812 to 1815? How different is a knight from 1461 from 1350? It's all this kind of stuff. It's and then the big one is like the Barons' War and the knights, because you see people saying, "Well, can I use this and this?" And well, you can use whatever you like, but it depends what you're going for. What do you want them? Are you looking to do a project that looks like this? Would these people fight? At the end of the day, your figure's your army. If your gaming group is up for it, then go for it. But
what do I buy then? Come on, help me out. Help a brother out here. Metals or plastic for Barons War?
The Barons War. Well, if you go, if you want a starter set, they do starter retinues on.
I'm looking at them right now.
So the plastic box is amazing. The plastic is amazing. You will have to drill the hands on the metals for the spears and that. Just so you know, and obviously you've got to clean them up. There's some really cool stuff. I think their basic starter is really nice. You get 4 knights, don't you? 4 knights, 8 men at arms, 8 peasants or something in that. Or just buy a box of the foot sergeants and a box of the peasants. And maybe a sprue, but then it gets expelled. I can see that gets expelled, cost more than the starter retinue.
Yeah, I was looking at the monks retinue. So having a look at that, just something a bit different. Do they come with shield transfers, or you got to buy them separate?
Just paint them, Ken. No. Paint their. You can buy their shield transfers, but their shield, they haven't got they're not particularly generic. But you can just get some medieval shield transfers. They're you can just buy a sheet of just random medieval designs and put them together.
So close. I'm so close.
Yeah. So I'll put up Robin. Robin simply said, but so the 1812 and 18, while he's shopping, 1812 and 1815 Napoleonics are fundamentally the same. The difference between a 1940 tank and a 1944 tank is immense.
Yeah. True. But then people get very hot under the collar between an 1809 French uniform and a 1812,
1815, or the flags. Don't even go there with flags. Don't even go with frigging flags. Holy Christ! Yeah, geez Louise, we didn't even.
Why don't you, Ken? Why don't you buy some of the plastics, the plastic foot sergeants and the plastic peasant levy, and then treat yourself to a metal lord to lead them.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah, it's a very
so
good
like maybe
idea.
because you could get like the metal lord and metal because you want some knights, but you're not going to be fielding like units and units of knights. You have like max like 2 units. So in your starter thing, you just want a lord with a guy carrying a flag and maybe 2-3 other guys. So you can either do them on foot. I think when you buy their lords, they actually come with like a mounted chap and you can get most dismounted lords come. So I would, if I was going to recommend playing, because I play quite a bit now, I would get a dismounted lord to start with because the mounted, just get a dismounted lord with a bannerman, and then maybe buy a pack of foot knights, and then get a couple of boxes of plastic in your set. Because out of those plastic, you can build archers, spearmen, crossbowmen, foot sergeants with hand weapons or double-handed weapons. There is a lot in there that you can do with them.
Okay.
That's probably the best. I would say that's.
What comes in the basic starter box then? The second edition box. That all plastic.
You get a lot. Yeah, it's plastic. It's all plastic. You get enough to make 2 500-point retinues, but there's it's nothing mounted in there. And if it and there's something. It's nothing mounted. You get nothing. You get knights. If you want to get that, that's probably the best thing to get.
That's the best set, and you get the rules, and you get all the counters and everything in there. So you've got everything you need to play the game.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that is a proper starter set. Gives you enough for 2 forces, basic forces, but 2 forces. So, or you can do 1 and just, build it up bigger. So,
so that's probably the best thing. Yeah. So you could do that. That's probably the best way. You just don't have anything. You don't need loads of stuff. Like what's quite cool about Baron's War, you could like build a unit of spearmen or a unit of spearmen, a unit of archers, and you'll switch which ones you're taking in. Ranzarak has just said this discussion brings up the question I have for Baron's War and Pillage. Baron's War is 12th to 13th century. Yep, and Pillage is 11th. Yep. No, that's right.
That's right.
Well, Pillage is 11th and earlier. There are going to be supplements and things to take it forward, but it's because I did see people saying, do we have to amend the rules because people want to use it for the Wars of the Roses and stuff, Pillage, and they were saying, or when there's plate armor, do we have to amend the rules? You go, well, no, just full armor in that period counts as plate armor. It's relative, isn't it? The technology level is you're not going to unless you're playing in the I can't really see a situation unless you're potentially running tournaments where you would have a 15th century fully armed knight fighting a Rus berserker. I like it when I do eras of play. It's one of the things that I did like about the Flames of War was the way it would sort of you'd have early war, mid war, and late war, and then the army list was specific to different ones. No, it's 11th because they've got all the Hastings and Stamford Bridge, all that kind of stuff in there. Lord Catgar, thank you very much. That's very kind. We appreciate that. He's caught the stream. Just want to say thanks for awesome Baron's War and Pillage videos. I see them every time I paint them. Wow, thank you very much. There's a Baron's War Siege game or Siege games on the way. Once I've just figured that out. That's also thanks to... Yes, the catapult that's down there, and also the lovely book that you gave me after I stole yours. Still Vince. So thank you very much. That's very kind. Really appreciate that. Pillage is it covers a whole range of stuff.
But Pillage is very, as you say, it's very. I haven't played it, but we're looking at your videos and other people's videos. It's dead simple to adapt it to pretty much any period that you want to play it.
Yeah, it's just relative. Well, that's what I actually said to someone in a comment the other day. They were like, "Oh, I didn't like how fully armored should include the helmet," and you're just sort of like, "Well, yeah, but it's all relative, isn't it?" Like, and also the skill of people. I think because Pillage has actually attracted a lot of people who were into, let's say, GW games, and it's been quite a gateway game for a lot of people. And they're struggling. I see all these comments like, "Oh, why would you ever take dogs? They're rubbish. Is it worth the cost in points?" And there's quite a lot of not pushback, but there's a lot of people saying, "Yeah, but it's just flavor. It's just the kind of game it is. It's like man with stick is the same. It's still man with stick. Lots of sticks will be other man. You don't have like you might get a good warlord or a good fighter." and he might survive a bit, but he's not going to survive multiple attacks from you. They'll get mobbed. Thank you very much, James. I can afford a
Ken amongst.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. I can afford a pint. I still can't afford those models. That model that you were showing costs more than a pint.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're not going back there, though. No, we're not going to talk about that again.
No, 3 models for 18 quid. Are we sure we don't want to talk about it?
No, we're going to bring it. We'll bring it up on.
I genuinely think they might have actually put the wrong price up for that. So that's the same price as a ballista.
I hope they have, mate, but I rather suspect they haven't. But there you go. I think you're right, though. We need to bring it up when Steve's on.
Steve's got mental.
Your head will explode.
Yeah. Let's see what we've got there. Lord Cat, I can't wait for the new book, which was announced at Barron's. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
The King John one. I really want to get my hands on that. And the Carolingians. Yeah, but they teased the Carolingians a while ago. Those models look beautiful. I'm I'd be tempted to get those when they come out. Because they have that what they've done with the armor and those. I don't know if you've seen these, Ken, right? They've done I know Dom has, but they've made 2 sets of armor and heads in there. They've made armor that's historically accurate, and then they've chucked in helmets that are from sort of like myths and legends and stuff as well. Like actually, like on artwork, stuff that's more sort of stylized. So you can build it either completely historically accurate, or sort of with that implied accuracy. It would be kind of like putting a horned helmet on a Viking sprue. It's there if you want it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
It's there if you. No one's done that. No one's dared, have they? No one has dared do it.
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Hear the scream from here. The Valhalla land.
James, why are you throwing money at us? Now he can get Robin Hood to reply. Do I now have to transfer that to him?
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Because that's coming to me. So do I have
to go to mine? You sending it to
fine.
me?
Anyone who wants Ken's by money, that's absolutely fine. I'll make sure he gets it.
Sponsor Ken today.
Right. Now you can buy 2. Now you can buy 2 of the new crossbowmen. Still can't buy the box.
You can't buy 2 of the crossbowmen, not for that price. It's 12 quid you need. You ain't got 12 quid.
Oh no. Yes, we have. We've had 2 5s and a 2. That's 12.
Oh, we're good.
I did maths. I know. Dignity says he's used pillage for ancient Britons and Romans, and it worked really well. Yeah, I can absolutely see how it would work, because you've got you just look at someone and go unarmored, some armor, full armor. So most Roman legionaries are going to be full armor, aren't they? Essentially, they'll probably, I imagine, would they work pretty much the way that the Normans work in the game? Just basically just chunked out in armor. Baron's War should have a Welsh rebellion book. I think that's covered in the new one, isn't it? The Welsh.
I believe it's in the new book. They talk about that because I think that got people very excited. I must admit, it does interest me. I wouldn't mind doing a little Welsh army.
But why not? Because ultimately, though, the peasants, because your big units, or the ones that you're going to be bulking your army out with, are going to be pretty much the same across the board, aren't they?
Yeah.
So right, I'm just going to upload the photos because we're fast approaching the end of the stream. It's been a very nice, just chilled out hobby stream.
Yeah,
really enjoyed that. So of course, remember, if you womble over to the Facebook group and join there, you answer Dom's interrogation. It's proper Spanish Inquisition level.
I mean, stuff. It is, frankly. Amazing anybody gets through. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Of course, if it's I agree. There does need to be an anarchy book. I do love the anarchy. As in the history of it. I love it, but the difference in this is now we're getting the difference in the armor, because the difference in the armor at the anarchy,
medievalist.
The difference in the armor is like they're wearing. Well, they don't have like the long habits. They kind of like have chainmail trousers. See, and the helmets are a bit different. See, it's
your helmet's a bit different.
I'll take your Napoleonic buttons and raise you a halberd. All right, let's have a look. So remember, if you come into the Facebook group and join us there, we love to see what people are doing, whether that's what you're painting, what you're gaming, what you're working on, even what you've bought. Okay, so yeah, just chuck it in there. We do love to see it. So Alex, I love this.
Special request on this. Sorry, just before you do.
Yes.
Is there anybody's got any good conventions or shows that people should attend? Especially not the big ones, because everyone knows about the historicons and the salutes and the what have you, but the smaller ones, some of the smaller regional ones, or even in shops and what have you, put them up, because I think people appreciate knowing when they're on. Because some of them are well advertised, some of them not so. Just a little plea. Carry on. Sorry.
There you go. There we go. Okay, well, Alex put this up. This is awesome.
Oh my goodness.
But look what he's looking at.
Yeah,
he's dropped rock and he's dropped it on his head. I love it.
And absolutely awesome.
Wow.
Awesome work. That really made me chuckle.
The troll's scratching his head. It's like, what did I do? Where did it go?
I know. Now, I have a natural hatred for the High Elves. However, this High Elf player for Blood Bowl, look at this. This is by Christopher.
Wow.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
That armor's glistening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. Really cool stuff. Lovely. Daniel, speaking of enormous, he's done for Midgard, he's using them. So that's a cool base.
Oh, wow.
That's a cool base. I do like these enormous. That kit is still one of my favorite kits that Victrix has made.
Yeah, I think
I used it for my Crusade stuff, all throughout the Crusade stuff. And obviously for this now. I've painted so many of these now, and I don't get bored of them. I just really like them. I think they're just great fun. David has been digging through his 40k pile of shame.
Oh shit. That's a lot of paint. That's a lot of plastic.
That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
How much is that worth?
Very cool.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
How many of those crossbow? That's very cool. That'll keep you going. Lovely. Go for it. Duncan. What's going on? Duncan was playing. I believe he's playing Conflict 47 here. So he's giving that a run out.
Oh no!
So it's like good fun. I like the films in there. So excellent stuff around the club.
Yeah.
Edward. It's painting up. Right, so quite a lot of us have got these barns, but I always like seeing them. What I especially liked in this picture though was the ye old Citadel wash bottle in the background.
That's a proper old school one, isn't it?
All got some of those. We've all got some of those. Yeah, so that's that's a love again, and then usable in so many places. Now Matthias has got a 20 mil range of miniatures that are going out through North Star, and these are some of the ones he painted, and these are 20 mil. They're like kind of like modern horror, pulpy horror, Zona Alpha kind of. So they've got like these Russian 20 mil zombies.
Wow.
But look at the detail he's got on those. And I think it's Mace Face miniatures. It's very cool. I think they're going out through North Star, but they are lovely. And I'm intrigued by the 20 mil. That's really nice. Very, very cool. Next up, Nick working on some Napoleonics. I do like. Is that Megatron in the background? If that was the war game, I'd want the Transformer. Absolutely.
I'm seeing all those roboty things in the box behind, almost saying, "Let me out. We want to get those Napoleonics." Going to stomp them. They're not being allowed.
If we can play an epic game and the Transformers are involved, then I'm in. But that's really nice. Always good when you start seeing all the brigades come together. Pete has been working on squigs and vomiting trolls. Nice. I do love a squig. I love a squig. I do love squigs. Lovely. Now, Matthew has been working on, I believe this is Empire Knights, and these are beautiful. They're very nice. Very nice stuff.
I like that blue. Very nice. Actually, both blues, to be honest. Very nice.
Really cool stuff.
that is
Now, this is the Blood Bowl team that beat me the other day. This is Robin's Blood Bowl team. This is the Delegates of Death. So this is the team that beat me, and especially those zombies up in the top left that essentially pushed my players into the crowd. But very cool. Problem was the big mummy things in the middle there. They just reminded me of the Koopa Troopers from Mario. But they're really nice.
That,
He even painted pink fingernails on his ghouls. Look, lovely stuff. Silas was playing some Hail Caesar. He's playing a Once and Future King game.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I
know. Me too.
Lots of horses.
Me too.
Too many.
Yeah.
Periods.
I know. Lovely stuff. Now these are beautiful. Stephen, 42nd Highlanders.
Oh.
I mean, they are beautiful. It gives me chest pains thinking about the kilts. When I did mine, but yeah. Lovely stuff.
They are
lovely.
Magnificent.
Tony working on his look. Look at that.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Lovely. Although I do see a certain regiment of riflemen there that I'm going to
They're not green, are they?
They are green. They are green, and they're also bastards. Steve is playing some Kings of War.
Oh, cool.
I always like putting up pictures from Steve's games, especially because there's always some massive monster about to rip someone apart. So that is.
I've no idea what's going on in these games, but I love watching when he does these competitions, just because the standard of the armies that he shows off in it is just like, oh my lord!
Remind me how many armies he's up to now? Like 25 or something, wasn't it?
About 15 million, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know. Jeez, unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, lovely stuff. And remember, guys, we do really like seeing pictures from games and setups. John, so this is has been commandeered for Trench Crusade, I believe. But I really like the sort of like the third degree on the armor.
Yeah,
very
cool.
Actually,
yeah.
And then Tony has finished his first unit for his Silmarillion project.
Oh, cool.
First age Tolkien stuff.
Nice.
There we go. Lots of lovely varied projects at the minute. And it's really cool. Because it's just like I want to see and that's that thing, isn't it? What's going to be the big thing? Will it be ancients, and then we're just going to be flooded with successor armies or something like that? Did you buy it yet? Have you bought it?
No, I'm close.
I'll make them buy it, everyone. Don't worry.
I'm still teetering on the monks or not. I'm quite tempted.
Do it. I don't know anyone who's got monks. I've got monks, but I don't have a unit of angry monks.
I quite like the idea of the taxes supplement.
Death and taxes. Yeah, you can just have Robin Hood. You can have Robin Hood.
Pretty much. That's what I'm thinking.
And then do all that. Oh, there we go. So that is the end of the stream. We're 5 minutes into overtime. So we apologize for keeping you from whatever it is you're doing, but because you're at base, thank you so much to everyone who has joined us for just a hobby chat. Now remember, on the new format, we're not here next week, but we will be back on the 9th, and on a channel to be decided. So we'll put that up, and we'll say where that is. We've got lots planned for the coming weeks. We'll also make sure that Steve is fully aware. Actually, no, we won't tell Steve. I doubt he'll watch the stream. We'll let him know about. We'll do a little price thing when he comes back.
I think we need to do a little guess the price thing when he comes on. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we'll have to get into various people. I think it can't just be Waller. We'll have to get various models from various lines to say guess the price. Yeah, there you go. We could do a whole thing.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Well, guys, thank you once again for hanging out with us. We hope you have a awesome hobby-filled week. Remember to check out Balls and Swords. You can check out the channels down below, all that shill stuff. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see you later.
Have a good couple of weeks.
Bye.